Good morning, boys and girls. This is Miss Housenick. Today, we are going to continue our discussions on Because of Winn-Dixie. Our main focus is identifying the traits of the main characters in the story. Stay tuned while we review what a character trait really is. Now, to get a little more practice with Because of Winn-Dixie and character traits, we are going to use the website scholastic.com/Winn-Dixie/index.htm. So to practice at home, you can try this web page. When you type in this URL, you are going to come to this home page, Because of Winn-Dixie. The main thing on this website that we are going to be using is the scrapbook. So if you scroll down, you'll find all of these activities that we'll be exploring over the course of Because of Winn-Dixie. But for today, we are going to press Explore, Scrapbook. This will bring up a scrapbook page. The first page you'll see is a sample page for the scrapbook that Opal made for Winn-Dixie, listing his character traits. You can see his character traits are listed here, and there's also an image of him created. We are going to create our own character trait page by clicking Get Started. You'll type in the name of your character. I'll use Opal. Press Go. And then you'll be able to do things like design what they look like. You can change the skin color. You can erase and start over, but the most important thing we need to know is list the character traits. All you do is click Enter, and you type in your phrase, "Remember good punctuation and spelling." Now that we've finished reading, I want us to think about the characters and how we can describe them. We can determine how a character looks by the author's description, or classify a character's personality by their actions. Let's look at Winn-Dixie. He is a pretty friendly dog. I know that because he smiles at everyone, and he flops his head right in the preacher's lap when they first meet. But what about Opal? Because the book is written in Opal's voice, she doesn't tell us much about what she's like. I mean, we don't run around saying, "Gee, I'm courageous and kind and also pretty funny," right? Instead, we get to figure out who she is by what she does. For example, she shows us that she's courageous by standing up to the store manager to save Winn-Dixie. Let's check out this infographic I made for Because of Winn-Dixie. It features the three main literary elements, which are characters, setting, and plot, and it describes those for Because of Winn-Dixie. It also highlights the main idea that we're trying to focus on during this unit, which is the character traits. And we know that we already identified that Winn-Dixie is friendly, clumsy, tired, and lonely. Another way to highlight the character traits is a wordle. So this one describes Winn-Dixie as lonely, caring, and silly. Wait, fourth grade. You can't get away with identifying character traits without backing up your claim with evidence right from the text. We already decided that Winn-Dixie is friendly by his actions. But let's look at his relationship with other characters. Let's analyze this excerpt from Because of Winn-Dixie. He came in and lay down with a humph and a sigh right at Miss Franny's feet. She looked down at him and said,
"He most certainly is a large dog."
"Yes, ma'am,"
I told her.
"He has a large heart, too."
"Well,"
Miss Franny said. She bent over and gave Winn-Dixie a pat on the head, and Winn-Dixie wagged his tail back and forth and snuffled his nose on her old lady feet. What are the character traits that you would give Winn-Dixie just from these few lines?
Created using Powtoon.
Nice job, boys and girls. I hope you see the importance of recognizing details about a character. The more you know about a character's traits, the more you can understand their actions and purpose in a story. Think about the people around you. Try to identify character traits of your friends and family. Is your best friend helpful or kind? And how do you know?